Hello. Welcome to Gwen's Own Corner. I'm Gwen. This is my corner. Radiohead. Mediocre, well, better than mediocre 90s rock band. Started by Tom York. I don't know the other band members' names, and I'm not going to learn them. I have done the impossible. I have done what no man on earth was meant to do. I've listened to every single Radiohead song. And you might be thinking, Gwen, that's no feat. That's no something else that sounds like feat. How many could there be? 80? 25? I don't know. I like Creep. I'm not a real fan. 185. There are 185 Radiohead songs, starting from 1994 all the way to 2017. Kind of. That's a kind of 2017. Now, why did I do this? I don't know. So, today I'm going to be talking about each and every single one of them, all 185. But before I do, I want you to know how difficult this was, because this was not just like put on the Radiohead discography on Spotify, blah blah blah. No. This is a curated list. This is 45 minutes of research and writing. This list is comprised of all of their full albums that they released by year, as well as any singles or EPs. There are a couple, there's a few B-sides to full albums. I also have their unreleased songs, because I'm a psycho, and their okay, not okay cassettes, which are recordings of them basically making OK Computer. As well as that cassette, there's 18 mini discs with similar recordings, with similar demos and the audio chunks. They're weird. It's a lot of weird stuff. I did not include those. Okay. So I don't have any kind of script or anything that I'm going off of for this. This is pure, fresh from the brain. We're going to start off their first. See, these two, I don't know if they were from singles or an EP or whatever, but we have Inside My Head and $1 Question. These were released in 1992. Why did I say 94 earlier? Yeah. Alright, so 92, we got Inside My Head, $1 Million Question. What I can say about these two songs, they're great. These are good songs. Radiohead in the beginning started out really strong. And then they kind of weren't so strong later on in like the 2000s, but they were at it for like 40 years, so can you blame them? I can blame them. Yeah, they should have made so many songs. I can blame them for that. Alright. So after their debut, I can't actually prove that, Inside My Head, $1 Million Question, they released their first full album, Drill. This had the songs Prove Yourself, Stupid Car, Thinking About You, and You. This is a good album. I like it. We're still kind of in the rock era of Radiohead in the 90s and stuff, with very strong, clear lyrics. I really like this. Later on in the video, you're gonna see, oh, I get why Gwen's not liking this too much anymore. Think back to Drill. Think of what we had. My favorite from this album is definitely Prove Yourself and You. Yeah. Next, we have 1993. This is when we got everyone's favorite album, Pablo Honey. This is not everyone's favorite album. I was being facetious. But, and this is a controversial take, it might be my favorite album. I love Pablo Honey. I think, and I know I'm some clown, but I'm some clown who's listened to every Radiohead song, so I have some say in this. I think it's one of their stronger albums. Not nearly as strong as OK Computer or In Rainbows or The Bends. Sure, they have their really popular stuff, but Pablo Honey just hits it right on the nail in every time. My favorite songs might definitely be Anyone Can Play Guitar, Creep. Naturally, it's a good song. I don't care what anybody says. Creep is a good song. Tom York, if you're watching this right now, I love Creep, and I love you, and I'm sorry that you don't feel the same way, but you wrote a good song. I'm sorry, man. You wrote a good song. Creep, Faithless, The Wonder Boy. It's pretty fun. How do you? Pop is Dead is also a really fun one that not a lot of people have heard of, so I feel cool when I say like, yeah, Pop is Dead is my favorite song, because I'm a pretentious bitch. Yes. I'll be honest, I don't remember a lot of these. This is my first time listening to it, and I listened to every other song, so I don't remember a ton of these. But the ones I do remember, I really love. So this is 93's Pablo Honey. I guess I should clarify why Tom York doesn't like this album. I don't know. What I do know is that he resents the fact that Radiohead, out of all of the 185 songs that they released, are mostly known for Creep, which is kind of just a one-off, we gotta put it on the album kind of song. I understand that. But it's a good song. It's a good song. I don't... Sorry, Tom York. Yeah, so moving on. Now we're on to 1994. It's a good year. We got My Iron Lung. I can't remember if this is an official album or an EP. I think it's an EP. Don't ask me what the difference between those are. I don't know, and I don't care to know. On My Iron Lung, we have Lewis Mistreated, Lozenge of Love, Permanent Daylight, Punch Drunk, something. Also to note with my listing, I wrote this all down in my little notebook here. I got 2 columns per page. However, some of these Radiohead titles are obnoxiously long, so I couldn't include them all. So I have Punch Drunk, So there's something else after that. I can't remember what it is. The Trickster, and You Never Wash Up After Yourself. Ironically, this EP does not include the song My Iron Lung. That comes in The Bends. Okay, so remember when I was like, it ironically does not include My Iron Lung? I was wrong. It does. I forgot that if a song was released on an EP and then a bigger album, I would just include it in the bigger album because it's more known from there and not the EP. So it does include My Iron Lung. That's the first song. My apologies. I have only listened to every single Radiohead song, so my bad. Right, this is also a really strong album. Not quite as doesn't quite have the same bite as Pablo Honey, but it's still really good. I like a lot of these songs. Most notably, Lewis Mistreated, because I hate people named Lewis. Permanent Daylight, and You Never Wash Up After Yourself. Pretty good ones. Pretty good. These ones are definitely I want to say a bit milder than Pablo Honey, but it's definitely a different tone between the two. I'm making up bullshit right now, in case you can tell. So this is 94's My Iron Lung. Moving on! Okay. It's 1995 now. We got The Bends. Now this, and I know I've been saying about this about every other song that they release. This is a good one, alright? I think this is kind of their classic, like Radiohead, yeah. The Bends kind of thing. On The Bends, we got Planet Flex. The Bends. High and Dry, Fake Plastic Trees, Bones, Nice Dream, Just, My Iron Lung. Remember we talked about that one earlier. Black Star, Street Spirit, Fade Out, and Killer Cars. Is that all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Bulletproof! Bulletproof. Okay, I don't think this is an entirely accurate list of the Ben's track list, but if you want to figure it out, you can listen to all 185 Radiohead songs and then get back to me. I forgot Bulletproof. I wish I was. One thing to note, I don't know why these guys name these songs like this. Why is it Street Spirit, Fade Out? Why is it, in parentheses, Nice Dreams? I don't know. It's one of those great mysteries of life. Yeah. Yeah, this is their first, really, Radiohead album. I think it's more popular than Pablo Honey because it's got such classics like High and Dry, Dust, Fake Plastic Trees. Yeah, those are kind of like the... Oh, and the Bends. Those are kind of like the, big ones. My favorite from this album is probably Fake Plastic Trees. I also really like Nice Dreams and My Iron Lungs. Street Spirit is also really good, though. Killer Cars, I enjoyed, but I feel like it was a bit... on the album, it was kind of forgettable. Same for Bones. And Planet Plex. This was my thing. The Bends. Alright, we're still in 95. B-side for the Bends, as well as a couple of miscellaneous, probably just singles. I didn't take time to write down that, though I should have. We got How Can You Be Sure, India Rubber, Luck, Macaladora. Tom York is British, so I can't read these, but at least I'm not British. Yeah, of these four, India Rubber is definitely my favorite. I love this song. Luck is also pretty good. I don't want to say this one again, so I won't talk about it. Moving on. Now we're in 1996, and we got another B-side to the Bends. Why these guys couldn't just release all of these songs on one full album is beyond me. I don't know. We got Bishop's Robes, Molasses, and Talk Show Host. I'm gonna be entirely honest. I cannot remember what these songs are like. I've listened to 184 of these. Molasses was pretty good, though. Now Look Alive. It's 1997. Radiohead just dropped OK Computer. Things are looking up in the world, alright? OK Computer. OK Computer is one of the best albums. Period. It has a good theme. All the songs kind of flow together. It's just good. I don't know what to tell you. If you don't think this is a good album, listen to it again, then listen to all of the rest of the 185 songs, and then get back to me. As I was saying, OK Computer. We have Airbag, Paranoid Android, Subterranean Homesick Alien, Exit Music for a Film, Karma Police, Fitter Happier, Electioneering. This whole time I thought it was electioneering, like electronics. Electioneering. Doesn't sound like a word anymore. Climbing Up the Walls, No Surprises, Lucky. Note that Lucky was mentioned earlier in the EP from last year. I'm pretty sure they're the same song. And then finally, The Tourist. This is a good album. I'd say it's like, I don't want to say it's the defining Radiohead album, but when I think of Radiohead, I think of OK Computer, and I feel that most people would agree. Either that, or maybe like the Bends, or In Rainbows. But who thinks about In Rainbows? Fun fact about Airbag, it was written after Tom York got into a car crash and the airbag saved his life. Hence the line, an airbag saved my life. I love Exit Music for a Film. I'll listen to that all day, any day. Also note, Fitter Happier isn't technically a song. It's a backtrack with a weird little computer guy with the same voice as... What's his name? Steve Jobs? What's his name? Stephen Hawking. A backtrack with spoken word by this weird little robot guy with the same voice as Stephen Hawking. It is pretty cool though. Notable from this album, I think that the big top songs from this album are Paranoid Android, Exit Music for Film, Karma Police, Fitter Happier, depending on who you ask, Climbing Up the Walls, and No Surprises. Those are like the main, pretty popular songs. Everyone knows No Surprises. Everyone hears it and goes, oh, it's that one sad Radiohead song. But not me. Because I've listened to all 185 of these. Yeah. Moving on. We got some more B-sides now. Because it's Radiohead, and of course they're going to release 5 different B-sides for one album. We got Lol, Melatonin, Pearly, Polythylene, A Reminder. And then in 1998, we got How I Made My Millions and Palo Alto. These are different B-sides. Like, I think these two are B-sides to No Surprises, and then these two are B-sides to... what was the other one? I think Let Down. Don't quote me on any of this. These are all good. They're in the same vibes as OK Computer, naturally. I think they're a little softer, and I don't know how to describe music, but I think they're like, they feel like deeper almost. And after listening to OK Computer over and over and over and over and over again, like any normal person would, after I found these, it was like, you know, like, what is this stuff? Because I'm a loser and I have nothing better to do. Moving on. It's the year 2000! Woohoo! This is the year that Tom York was like, you know all this stuff that we've been doing? Let's mix it up. Let's do some computer business. And that's because they kind of had a... they had a bit of trouble making a new album between OK Computer and Kid A. I remember I watched a video about it a long time ago. From what I remember, it was technical stuff, creative differences, just kind of a weird couple of years. But the Mad Lads pulled through. They did it, and we got Kid A. This is the beginning of the end, at least for me. Once they kind of switched over to more computer stuff, I don't know, Tom York, you're kind of losing me a bit. This is still a really good album. We got Everything in Its Right Place, Kid A. National Anthem, How to Disappear Completely. This song, Tom York in an interview once said that is the most beautiful song they have ever written. I beg to differ, but I'm a dumb idiot who hasn't written all 185 Radiohead songs. I've just listened to them. But I personally think it's this last song down here, Motion Picture Soundtrack. But I'll get back to that. Tree Fingers, Optimistic, In Limbo, Idiotech, I don't know how to say that, Morning Bell, and Motion Picture Soundtrack. I love this song. I love this song so much. It's concerning. It's one of the best songs to sit down and cry to. Out of all the Radiohead songs, I cried at this one the most. And I cry a lot. Yeah, moving on. Okay. It's now the year 2001. We got, you guessed it, another B-side for Kid A. The Amazing Sounds of an Orgy. This guy's crazy. Cut Tooth, Fog, which they released Fog again later and titled it Fog Again. Kinetic, Transatlantic Drawl, True Love Waits, and Worrywart. Of this batch, True Love Waits is definitely the best. The rest are kind of... okay, I hate to say it, but this is kind of when some of their songs released at similar times kind of start blending together a tiny bit. I don't know if it's just because I listened to all 185 of these in one go. 11 hours of Radiohead over 2 days. Not the best move. It sucked. That's not true. I loved it. But they kind of started grouping together in my brain. I have trouble remembering individual songs at this point. Except for True Love Waits, I really like that one. It really stuck out to me. Yeah. 2001, Amnesiac. Part of my humor, this is a very forgettable album, in my opinion. Get it? Because it's Amnesiac, like an amnesia patient. And I forgot about this album. It's alright. It's different than the previous albums. I know it is. It's focusing more on... I feel it has a bigger focus on the sounds rather than lyrics and cohesion. Which, if it's your thing, more power to you. I mean, I've listened to all 185 of these, so I know what I'm talking about. But if it's your thing... I don't need to be like this. But I am. Alright, on here we got Packed Like Sardines in a Crushed Tin Can, Pyramid Song, Polk, Pole, Revolving Doors, You and Whose Army, I Might Be Wrong, Knives Out, Morning Bell / Amnesiac, Dollars and Cents, Hunting Bears, Like Spinning Plates, and Life in a Glass House. Of these, my favorites are You and Whose Army, yeah, and Life in a Glass House. The rest, they kind of all blend together to me. I know I liked Pyramid Song too, and Knives Out was pretty good. I think this is one of those albums that, like, if you like it, you really like this album. But if you don't love it, it's kind of just there. It's just what they did in 2001, and that's okay. Not everyone's gonna... Not every album's gonna be a hit, guys. I've never written a song before. I'm not qualified for this. All I've done is looked at a couple Wikipedia pages and wrote them down and listened to all of them. If you don't agree with me, then shut up. On to the next. Hail to the Thief. We're in 2003. I have much to say about this album. I liked it more than Amnesiac or Kid A. I didn't like it as much as OK Computer or In Rainbows. It's kind of... I don't know, it's kind of there for me. I did like 2 + 2 = 5, Where I End and You Begin, Wolf at the Door. Yeah, those are kind of the ones that stand out to me. But we have 2 + 2 = 5, Sit Down, Stand Up, Sail to the Moon, what does that say? Back Drifts. Oh my gosh, I can't read my own handwriting. I'm crazy. Go to Sleep, Where I End and You Begin, We Suck Young Blood, The Gloaming, There, I Will, Punch Up at a Wedding, Maximatus. I'm pretty sure Tom York just makes up words every now and again. Or maybe this is a British thing. We all know how I feel about the British. Scatterbrain and A Wolf at the Door. On the Wikipedia track listing that I got most of these from, it listed each song with a second title. I don't know what that's about. Maybe these songs are so nice they had to name them twice. I don't know. But that's 2003 for you. Yeah, pretty middle of the road album. A Wolf at the Door is pretty good, but I don't have much else to say on the album. Yep. 2004. Another B-side for... Fuck, what was the last one I just did? For Hail to the Thief. I'm losing it! B-side for Hail to the Thief. Paper Bag Rider. I Am a Wicked Child. I Am Citizen Insane. Gagging Order and Where Birds Fly. I don't like these ones. They're alright. They're more of the same kind of very techno-y, and then Tom York comes in and he kind of like quietly sings stuff. I don't get a lot out of them. If they're your thing, whatever. Yeah, 2004 was not the best year for this stuff. To note though, on this B-side release album, whatever you want to call it, there was a couple remixes of the songs from Hail to the Thief, as well as some like live recordings and stuff. A lot of the B-sides include those. I just don't include them because it's the same song as before, just slightly different. And if I included all of those, I'd probably go insane because there's so many. Radiohead loves releasing the same songs, just slightly different. Which, hey, more power to them. You know, they're Radiohead; they can do whatever. But I wouldn't. In 2005, Radiohead only released one song. I want none of this. This is important because 2005 was the year that I was born, and I think deep down, let me get closer. And I think deep down, Tom York knew that I was born this year, and he said, I gotta give this girl a treat. I know she's gonna be some psycho when she's almost 20 about these songs, and we gotta release one the year she was born, or she might kill herself or something. That's not true. I just made all that up. That didn't happen. But it would be really cool if it did. Tom York, if you're watching this, I love you. Yeah, we're gonna cut that part out. We're so back, baby. We're so back. In rainbows, 2006, in rainbows. This is it. We're back. Radiohead's back. 15 steps. Sorry, 15 step, not plural. Body Snatchers, Nude, Weird Fishes / Arpeggi. Oh my gosh. Arpeggi. All I Need. Faust Trap? I don't know how to say that word. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I can't read that well. Reckoner, House of Cards, Jigsaw Falling into Place. That's a good one. And Videotape. We're so back. This is the album that's closer to classic Radiohead with like OK Computer and all that good stuff. Very good, clear cut, great melodies and rhythms and all that music bullshit. Awesome lyrics. I love this album. It's one of my favorites, definitely. Top, I don't know, 4 or 5 I think I got on here. Nude, All I Need, House of Cards, Jigsaw Falling into Place. Videotape's pretty good. Videotape's pretty good. I feel like this is another one of those like Radiohead albums, you know, like you think of Radiohead, you think of In Rainbows. And I know I've said that about a lot of their albums, but these are like the core ones. All their EPs and stuff, they're good, but they're just kind of the EPs and stuff. These are their core albums. That's all I have to say on this. I wish I had more to say. I'm not that good at music stuff. I don't know why I'm doing this. I messed up. I said In Rainbows was released 2006. It was actually 2007. My bad. They did it again. In Rainbows Disc 2. They liked it so much, they did it again. We got MK1. Down is the New Up. Go Slowly. MK2. Last Flowers. Up on the Ladder. Bangers and Mash. 4-Minute Warning. These are good ones. They're kind of crushed in between a bunch of other songs, so I don't remember a ton about them. But I do really like Go Slowly and 4-Minute Warning. I like them. It's kind of just like an add-on, which I really love. I love Radiohead. Alright. The sun is going down. My lighting is getting worse. I'm so sorry. I'm not that sorry. It's 2009. We got a couple miscellaneous non-album singles. Harry Patch, In Memory of someone, something, I don't know who. And I don't care to find out. Nothing Touches Me. These are my Twisted Words. Then 2011, we have The Butcher, The Daily Mail, and Staircase. These are off of, what's the next one? The King of Limbs from the Basement. Like, they did a basement recording, and they included these. Yeah. Also, Super Collider. That's there too. Note about Nothing Touches Me. So, this is actually on a separate album entitled Manic Hedgehog. Manic Hedgehog. which has 5 songs total, including this one. 2 of them are re-recordings of 2 songs from Drill. I found it very late the night after I finished listening to all of the songs, including the unreleased ones, and I found a whole other album. You can imagine how upset I was. These guys are crazy. These guys are crazy. I keep finding new stuff. It's insane. Anyways, they're kind of forgettable, except for Nothing Touches Me. I do like this one. Yeah, I know Staircase and Superfly was pretty good too. But they're just, again, those in between albums, they're kind of forgettable. Sorry. Alright. Years 2011, we got The King of Limbs. This album didn't really stick out to me again. It's kind of the same funky, interesting beat. Tom York is kind of singing with it. Kind of all meshes together. Maybe because I was already like 100-something songs into all of them, but these really all blended together for me. Except for Codex. I liked Codex. Because it's a piano song. It stuck out because these were, I don't want to say more genuine, because I know that all these songs Tom York writes are very genuine, and he puts a lot of himself into these songs and albums and stuff. But with these ones, I kind of felt that it was kind of the same song a couple times, and then Codex, and then kind of the same songs again. Which is fine. I mean, they're good. These are all really good, high-quality songs. They just don't stick out to me. But we have Bloom, Morning Mr. Magpie, Little by Little, Feral, Lotus Flower, Codex, Give Up the Ghost, and Separated. Yeah, there's not a ton else to say about this album. It just kind of is. It just kind of is. We're in 2015. Only one song was released in 2015. Spectre. It's a pretty good song. I do like this one. It's got kind of that orchestra backing going with it, which I like. I love. I love when Tom York uses like orchestra stuff. It's good shit. That's what that is. Yeah. A Moon-Shaped Pool. We are in. What year is this? We are in 2016. This is Radiohead's last full original album that they released. It's pretty good. I think it's a lot of similar problems as the previous albums. They do kind of mesh together sometimes. If you're listening to it back to back, you can be like, is this the next song or is this the same song? I don't know. Doesn't mean it's bad. It's a good album. It's pretty solid. Pretty solid. We got Burn the Witch, Daydreaming, Dusk's Dark, Desert Island Disc, Full Stop, Glass Eyes, Indicate, Third Wind, Numbers. And then we have Tinker Tailor, Soldier Sailor, Rich Man, Poor Man, Beggar Man, Thief. That's all one song. And then True Love Waits. And if you're insane, you would recall that True Love Waits was actually released on the B-side for Kid A. It's also here. I really like this song. It's a really good song. Notable songs. Again, I'm like 11 hours deep into this project, so these are all kind of meshing together. Can't tell what's what. But I do remember Burn the Witch, Glass Eyes, and Third Wind stuck out to me. I don't remember what Tinker Tailor, Soldier Sailor, Rich Man, Poor Man, Beggar Man, Thief was. It was good. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. We're almost done. On to 2017. It's the home stretch. We're in 2017. We got Okay, Not Okay, which is, this one's kind of just a re-release of OK Computer, with remastered versions as well as 3 new songs. Kind of. I think Man of War was in another album. I just can't remember which. But we got I Promise, Lift, and Man of War. I really like all of these songs. These are really good. Yeah. It's back to good old OK Computer. Good stuff. Can you tell I'm losing steam? Okay, and now in 2021, we have Kid A Minissa, which is Follow Me Around and If You Say the Word. So I guess this should actually be 1992 to 2021. Though they were recorded in the year 2000 when they were doing Kid A, so I kind of don't count it as another year of new Radiohead stuff. Like I said, Moonshaped Pool was their last, like, Radiohead album that they released. But we got Follow Me Around and If You Say the Word. Follow Me Around was good. I don't remember If You Say the Word. Home stretch. Okay, so because I'm a psycho, we're also including some of their unreleased songs. I know for a fact that there's more of these somewhere out there. I know some crazy bitch who's a bigger Radiohead fan than me has some little CD tucked away in the back of their closet, and they have secret double dog secret Radiohead songs that I don't know about and I'll never know about. But that's okay. That's okay. Okay, so unreleased songs. We got I Froze Up, 2002, 2006. We have Come to Your Senses and I Lie Awake. 2008 is Riding a Bullet, Slave, Wake Me Before They Come. And 2012 is Cut a Hole. Out of these, Cut a Hole is definitely my favorite. It's kind of a similar vibe as exit music for a film. Note on Slave, it's not actually a song. It's kind of just a beat and then with like a weird, funky little Kafka-esque animation of a guy going to work. I hate Kafka. Yeah, also good, Riding a Bullet and Come to Your Senses. Fun songs. They're good. They're classic songs. They, it's interesting. They really fit in with the year that they were written nicely, naturally. I mean, that makes sense, but yeah, these are good. Cut a Hole is really good. Okay. Manic Hedgehog. Manic Hedgehog. So this was released in 1991. Before Drill, before those other random two songs. Surprise! I lied in the beginning. This is their first album. Yeah, so technically they've actually been doing this since 1991, not 92. Again, I didn't find out about this until after I completed the list. I thought I could trust Wikipedia because when has it ever been wrong? This time it was wrong. No one could have foreseen this. This is not my fault. We got Nothing Touches Me, Thinking About You, Filipino Chicken, You, and I Can't. Note that Thinking About You and You appear on Drill the next year. Also, I swear I Can't comes up in a different album. I can't remember where though. As I'm editing this, if I look back and I see that it does come up in a different song, insert that clip here of me being right. It does come up again in Paula Honey. Good on you, past Gwen. You did it again. These are pretty good songs. Also, I hate listening to them because I was so mad that I missed them in the beginning when I was making this list. But solid little album. Solid little ditty stuff there. Yep. So we just have one more surprise little thing, and then I'll probably kill myself. Okay. Last, but certainly not least, we have the OK Not OK cassette, which was officially released in 2017. These are very rare item things. And what applies to this list kind of depends on who's writing it. I got these off of a YouTube playlist as well as from Internet Archive that has like the cassette recorded with all the little clips and stuff. This cassette is basically Radiohead writing OK Computer. This is an ad. So there's a lot of interesting like demo versions. They have Paranoid Android on there with a different outro. The songs listed here with stars, which I'll get into in a second, are demo versions or alternate versions of the songs that made it onto OK Computer. And there's a couple original songs on there as well. It's a really awesome cassette. I highly recommend. If you're gonna listen to it, you have to listen to all of OK Computer first, though. You can't do the cassette before the album, because it kind of it doesn't like change your perspective per se, but it adds another layer to the album. Especially if you listen to Motion Picture Soundtrack off Kid A and then come over to the cassette and do the cassette version. You're gonna cry. I know it. It's like Motion Picture Soundtrack is a punch to the gut, and then the Not Okay cassette is like punching in the gut again. It's really awesome. I highly recommend listening to OK Computer. Maybe take a breather, drink some water, get a little snack, then get right back in with the cassette from the Internet Archive if you want to skip around a bit. Yeah. So on this cassette, the songs that I listed here are Let Down, the Tom 4-track version, Attention, which is also a Tom 4-track, as well as Motion Picture Soundtrack, No Surprises, Are You Someone, Climbing Up the Walls, another Tom 4-track. Oh, A Piano Lies Down the Middle. In my little book, to save space, I didn't use spaces between the words, so I was like, what the hell is that word saying? It's a piano down the middle. That one's music only, but I really like it, so I included it. Airbag. They have the early band version of that. And then Nude, Big Ideas, and the National Anthem are also early band versions. And then Poison, which is exit music for a film, an alternate recording of it with some alternate lyrics. And this is actually not from the cassette, but rather, what was it? It's from one of the demo mini discs. So, as well as the cassette, there are 18 mini discs with similar recordings of OK Computer. I have not looked into those. I will not look into those. I want to, but I won't. This is a rabbit hole. I can't dig in too deep. No one will be able to pull me out. I love Radiohead. Yeah, so that's kind of the core of the cassettes, in my opinion. But you can probably find other stuff on there too. I don't know if you're gonna do anything like this. Actually, don't. I like being able to say that I've listened to all these songs and knowing that not a lot of other people can say that. So don't do that, okay? Don't take this away from me, okay? Let's record a conclusion. Radiohead. From 1991 to technically 2022, that is 37... Yeah, that's 37 years of Radiohead. Tom York, you crazy bastard. I love you. So in conclusion, we have all of their albums here, which I'll go over really briefly, because I can. Starting in 1991 with Manic Hedgehogs, we got Pablo Honey, The Bends, OK Computer, Kid A, Amnesiac, Hail to the Thief, In Rainbows, King of Limbs, and Moonshaped Fools. Some of their more notable EPs are Drill, Itch, and My Iron Lung. And that is a total of 185 songs, not including those 18 mini discs, and also some that are only instrumentals, and also some that repeat between albums. Yeah, I think those are the only technicalities I had. This brings me to the Super Project, 011, which is crazy. If you play the first song of OK Computer, Airbag, and then after that song you play the first of In Rainbows, 15 Steps, and then alternate from that, each song will transition into the next. So as they were writing In Rainbows, they wrote it so at the beginning of those songs matched up to the end of OK Computer songs. I have yet to fully listen to them both like that. I've done a couple of the better transitions in there. It's really awesome though. It's another reason why I love Radiohead, because they're... This is gonna sound really pretentious. But these guys are in it for the art, man. Like Tom York, as much as I diss on him for making so many songs, and this isn't including his independent work either. He did other stuff outside of Radiohead. But it's a feat of passion and art and expression, and I think it's absolutely amazing. I love Radiohead. I don't care what anybody says about it. I love Radiohead. I saw this really interesting clip from an interview that Tom York did, where the interviewer said, so you've been writing music about politics and technology and culture and all this stuff, and all these bad parts about it. How does it feel to be right in 2021? And Tom York said, I don't know what you're talking about. I was writing what I was seeing around me. This stuff has always been here. It's just now more apparent. And I think in that aspect, Radiohead was always ahead of its time. I think that they've, as a whole band, they've always looked deeper into things and wrote about what they saw. And I really value that in music. All their songs feel so genuine and intricate and passionate. You can feel the passion that Tom York has in all of these songs. I'm going in circles and I've got to go for hours. But I love Radiohead. Tom York, if you're seeing this, I know you're not. Is he dead? He's not dead yet. Tom York, if you're seeing this, I love you. I love you so much, man. And I love what you're doing, and what you have done, and what you will do, man. Dude, he's 168. That's crazy. Yeah, okay. So, conclusion is, if you're gonna listen to Radiohead, do it right. Listen to all of it. I don't know how to end this. Thanks for watching all the way through, if anyone did, and if you did all the way through. But that's very impressive. You could maybe let me know in the comments. You can tell me how crazy I am, and you can disagree with my opinions on these songs. We'll duke it out in the comics, but just know that I've listened to all 185, and I will use that against you. Yep. Okay, thanks. I love you. Bye.